Outside right now here in the Des Moines metro area, not much, thank goodness, at least in the city of Des Moines itself in the suburbs. We're looking off to the east there over the state capitol, obviously in the distance from downtown. Temperatures still holding in the middle 70s. We actually had some 80s here in the metro not too long ago. Then some rain cooled air from a storm to the north and east rushed overhead, dropped our temperatures a little bit. Look at southern Iowa though, still some middle to upper 80s. That's your energy that's been fueling these storms as we've gone through the afternoon hours. Here's where they're at right now as you head over into east central portions of the state. Notice most of central Iowa, not a lot of action here. You got to head closest to most of us is over just to northeast of Pella, one little cell there. The main severe storm, at least locally, is this one that remains off to the east of Oskaloosa, right along Highway 92, along and north of Highway 92, hail core just north of Rose Hill, west of Whatcheer, and moving eastward eventually into Keokuk County towards Delta and Sigourney here before too long. That one is severe thunderstorm warned until 6:15. There's been plenty of reports with this particular storm of some golf ball size hail. Officially, there's the potential for some 2-inch sized hail. That's the usual comparison we make is eggs, hen eggs for 2-inch diameter hailstones. Moving off to the east here, I'll put it in motion just so you can see what these storms are doing as we've gone through about the past half hour or so. So mostly east central Iowa at this point. Notice this thin little green line though over here a little bit further off to the west. That's that what we call outflow boundary, kind of a mini little cold front that blows off of these storms. That's the rain cooled air, but these also serve as focus zones for more development of storms as we head towards tonight. So because of that, severe thunderstorm watches out from the Weather Service until midnight, south central and into eastern Iowa, those pink colored counties for the potential for more of these storms that could produce especially hail like we've already seen, but later on maybe even some damaging winds. Flash flooding is not super high threat, but there's a lot of moisture in these storms, so we could have some heavy downpours if a storm doesn't move fast enough over your head. Tornado threats low, but lower, but not zero. So let's go hour by hour. This is at least the model's depiction of those storms right now. Close, but not perfect. As that first batch moves off to the east, and we're going to watch to the south central and western portions of the state for more development here. There's going to be, well, there's kind of a mess of boundaries down this direction, lots of heat, lots of moisture, and also some low pressure moving in from the south and west. That kind of helps push air upwards and get those clouds to form that eventually help storms get going here too. So mainly the southern half of the state as we head through the night. This is now 9 o'clock. Lots of storms will try to develop at least across the southern half of the state. Hail cores, definitely possible. Maybe if these get a little bit more organized, some of those bowing segments that you get some of those stronger wind gusts on, and then the activity starts to wane in intensity, decrease. Midnight onward, not as much of a threat. In fact, I think by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, most of us should be done. And then we'll wake up tomorrow morning on your Monday, some lingering clouds, and then we'll slowly erode those clouds away here as we head through the day on Monday. So once we're past tonight, really not much else to worry about here headed into the beginning of the work week. Let's go to tomorrow. High of 78 degrees, not as hot as some parts of the state got today, but definitely still above average. Upper 70s, about 10 degrees above the norm. We decrease those clouds, get some sun, the winds stay pretty light. It's a good way to start off the work week here. Tuesday is similar, partly sunny, middle 70s. And then as we head towards the second half of this week, back half of the work week, looks like it, well, maybe a little bit more active. There's kind of sporadic rain, storm chances. We're going to fine tune that as we go forward. Gets a little bit breezier too, but stays fairly warm for this part of May. Temperatures upper 70s to around 80 degrees.